today, changing duty to joy. Wow. Does anybody ever get overwhelmed with duty? And you know what? When we get into that duty mode, life isn't that much fun. So I want to look at a couple of definitions of duty and then look at ourselves. How's that? So this is Mr. Webster. Duty, a course of action required one by position, custom, law, or religion. So it's a course of action required of one. A moral obligation, the compulsion felt to meet such an obligation. Wow. See, that's kind of heavy right off the bat, isn't it? A course of action required of one by position. So whatever position we hold in life, you know, we have an obligation. Customs, we owe obligations to the customs, our ancestors that we came through. Laws, we're obliged to obey the laws, and religion too. You know, we've got to do what we're supposed to do, and or compelled we should do. And then joy. Joy is great pleasure or happiness, the expression or display of this emotion. So I think if we look at duty, duty is doing, and joy is being. And just to kind of look at it that simply in our life, asking our questions, what am I doing here? Who's being served? What's being served? And what will happen is we'll begin to get some clarity in our understanding of what we are. So changing duty to joy could be changing doing to being. And just like Betty shared earlier, she shared that with me in the back, and it was so cool. She really loves her church, and she doesn't feel it's her duty to be here. She wants to be here. She makes the long drive because she's fed here, and she also has the opportunity to feed. And so it's this beautiful energy exchange that goes on, and all of us can look at life like that. What am I receiving, and what's my opportunity to give? What's the energy with which I am manifesting? And usually when we are looking at life as a duty, an obligation, there's usually judgment involved. Because if we don't uphold our duty, we've messed up. And so a lot of people are real dutiful because of fear. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be punished. They don't even want to be seen as being less than dutiful. And when obligations, shoulds, and guilt become the dictators of our actions, it's hard to find the joy. Isn't it? We can almost say we can't find the joy. You know, people might find satisfaction in a duty well done. But a lot of times satisfaction isn't joy. And a lot of times when we do our duties well, we'll get to do more duties. We begin to start working with the law of correspondence and cause and effect, because that's how we see ourselves. That's how we see ourselves. And so, like some questions that we can ask ourselves, we should ask, why do we make duty more important than happiness? You see? And don't all of us, maybe at little fractions of our life, make duty more important than our happiness? Because of shoulds and obligations and guilt? So, when we get in that dutiful energy, whose needs are being fulfilled? A position's needs are being fulfilled. The law's needs are being fulfilled. Our ancestor worship's being fulfilled. But we might not be fulfilling ourselves. And I don't think that we came here for position, for custom, for law, or even for religion. See, we came here to be that unique essence, the energy I am. And once we begin to kind of go there, it allows us to make new choices in our life. You know, when we become very dutiful in our life, don't we ask other people to be dutiful?
Yeah.
You say, hey, I'm working hard here. Let's get with the program. Or someone else is being really dutiful and they're saying to us, what are you doing? Let's get with it. You see, so like duty and being dutiful really takes us out of our beingness, doesn't it? And we can look at our history and we can see how roles and positions have changed. And it's good. You know, we're the thoughts of God. You know, to begin to just entertain that idea, I'm the thought of God. And God is good. So we are really a good thought. We're a good thought here. But that duty takes us out of that good thought and maybe puts us in man's thought. So once we begin to let go now, I'm going to take a chance on myself. I'm going to take a chance on God. Those two songs we sang today were really neat because what they did do is take us out of the outer and take us within. Because that's where our true source is. That's where our truth is. And so once we begin to go there, we'll begin to feel how good we are, how loved we are, how powerful we are. All those God attributes. Think of all the God attributes. Joy, beauty, love, compassion. What else? Tons of them. Well, that's all within us. All those attributes are within us. But do we give them a chance to express? A lot of times we're too busy to express. You see? We're too busy to even try to understand what our needs are. Well, you don't have any needs. Get to work. I need you to do this. That's what your need is. So maybe it's time for us to take some time to maybe explore what our unique needs are. Because all of us are unique and all of us have unique needs. All of us have unique expressions. Maybe it's time to give ourselves a space to express our uniqueness. When we're so caught up in duty, we can't find the joy. We can't be who we are. We live in a time now. This is the Aquarian age, the new age, where we're supposed to begin to look at life differently and then begin to live life differently. I wanted to read this is out of chapter 73 in the Aquarian. And Jesus has been teaching, been traveling. And he gets back and he's teaching. And he has been trying to explain to the people about spiritual nature. And so this begins on verse 17. In the first of every age, Messiah comes to light the way, to heal broken hearts, to set the prisoners free. Messiah and the Christ are one. Messiah and the Christ are one. And this is important for us to understand.